Hello everybody. It's me again. It's just Ellie again. And we're back for day 4 of Spelunky Daily Challenges. So, I guess we'll look at our leaderboard position from yesterday, but I kind of hesitate to do it because that run was pretty shameful. But we'll look anyway. We'll make a habit of it if we go back to yesterday and press D. 71. 71 for a 4-3 death. Another 4-3 death. And if we go way up to the top... Oh, no one beat Cosmic Ocean yesterday. That's interesting. I wonder if the run was just particularly difficult. Because this daily's over, so if we go to Special, yeah, no one. And this is the only guy that beat Hoondoon on yesterday's run. Wow. I mean, the reality is a lot of people go for Cosmic Ocean, although only like a couple of people even got up there. Wow, that's a very sad showing from the that daily yesterday. Let's try to do better today. I mean, looking at today's rankings to start with, we already have some people that did clear Cosmic Ocean, so no chance of getting first. Well, we're not even going to go for Cosmic Ocean. We're going to continue with our current goal of just beating Hoondoon. Although right now I feel like my goal is just to like get past 4-3. Currently my goal is just to like not die on 4-3 again, because that has killed us both today, or both yesterday and the day before. So yeah, I don't know. Granted, the first time it was oh, there was gold down there I'm missing. Wow, this floor is kind of horrible. I guess I'm just like running past gold. I don't know why. It's pretty early right now, so if my run is really bad, that's why. I wanted to record this last night, but I started the dishwasher without realizing that like it was so loud that it would completely drown out my voice. Well, it would just make a bunch of background noise, so I ended up just saying like, fuck it. Ooh, that was scary. I ended up just saying fuck it and waiting until this morning to record this, but I try to release these at 1 because that's like hypothetically enough time for other people to run alongside these if they want to before the daily goes offline. I don't think anyone's actually done that, and I don't really expect anyone to, but like hypothetically I would like that to be possible. That's part of the fun of these kind of daily challenge runs, so that's why I'm doing it like this. And I'm wondering, kind of looks to me like the oh, that's annoying. I'm gonna use a rope here. Hold on, I'm thinking. We may be able to skip a rope. This is the whole thing. I think the Ujedi might actually be on the other side of the level. Stupid damage. But we can get back up like this. This is how wary I am about my rope usage right now. Is like, I'm doing shit like that. And it is over here, so like... And we want to put the bomb in the center of the block, and that should give us a way to climb back up. Yes, okay. Nice. I guess using one bomb there and using 1 health is better than like missing the Ujedi. That would be pretty embarrassing, especially when I'm going on and on about like trying to do the chain on these runs. But yeah, you know what? I'll buy spike shoes. I'm not normally like a spike shoes fan. I'll pick them up if they give me them because they're pretty good. But normally I don't care that much. But lately I've really valued when I'm going to jungle. I've really valued having the ability to walk on the thorns. It's been pretty useful. It makes it much easier to get the idols and stuff. And I don't know. The downside of spike shoes, the one reason I don't love them is just it's situations like you saw over there where like it can be useful to have an enemy that you can like jump on his head multiple times to use as like a trampoline. And also just like I'd rather... You get more value when you sacrifice things to Kali when they're alive. So it means you need to whip them to death if you have spike shoes. Or whip them unconscious if you have spike shoes and you want to sacrifice them. That rock, though, was nearly very disastrous. That could have set off the this pillar trap really easily. And it looks like we have a Yang here. We have a Yang floor. I would love to give Yang his turkeys. I would love to do that. So let's... And the bombs have been good so far. This is like... It's funny, this is the most bombs we've had since like the first run that we did the other day. I mean, if we let the pillar fall here, I think it would just stick into the ground. Yeah, okay. So we need to leave the pillar up if we want to bring turkeys back around. And we will need to spend ropes to do that. We will need to spend ropes to get back up here. Which is probably fine, maybe. Probably. I don't know. Let's grab this. Oh, we need to use multiple, which kind of sucks. Oh, wow. But we have climbing gloves. Okay, hold on. And I bet all the turkeys are in, like, this little cupboard down here. This little corner. Yes, they are. Okay. Knowing... We want to do this in such a way it doesn't... that this arrow doesn't fall and kill the turkey. Knowing that we have climbing gloves, I'm totally comfortable using an extra rope here in order to give Yang his turkeys. And we have decent bombs, so I don't feel super bad about... I don't feel super bad about the idea that on Jungle 1 we'll need to spend bombs to turn the turkeys into health. That's okay to me. So, let's do it this way. And if we're quick about it, we should have time here. We're gonna need to be pretty fast, but we have like 30 seconds left on the floor. Use your turkeys. Give me my key. Grab the stuff. Wow, not worth it. Not worth it. That was a horrible Yang. But, I mean, it means we'll see some turkeys for pretty cheap later in the run. And I'm going to choose to just whip this down here. Means the ghost will come from the left side because it comes from whatever side is closest to you. And we should have plenty of time to grab this, and move on. Okay, good floor. Good floor. Not a good Yang. We spent a lot of resources on that Yang, but it's okay. It's fine. The Yang is a gamble anyway, because sometimes he will just be like, here's like 3 crates, and you get like a bomb box and paste and like a cape. And sometimes he'll be like, here's 1 emerald, which is the least valuable gem. And you're like, okay. I'm not going to fuck with that stuff yet. And we're going to just keep going jungle. Like I said, I would like to go to temple at least on like one of these runs. It would be awesome if we got to show every biome in these this set of weekly videos. But I'm not sure if that will be possible. Now, one nice thing about spike shoes is that if we're careful, we can kill coolback with them, which is pretty convenient. Yeah, I don't really... There's a chest up there. This turkey, like, would be nice to have. But, like, not really, because you can't bring the turkeys through these, like, back layer doors. So, it's just not worth it. The question then is, do I want to cook a bomb to get this pot? It's a little dangerous because it probably would trigger the ghost. There's a hover pack down there, which I don't really care about. It would probably trigger the ghosts, which would be pretty dangerous. But we kind of need the money. So let's do it. What's Spelunky without some stupid risks, right? We should be okay down here. This looked pretty safe. This looks pretty safe. Yeah, we're good. Okay, 1 bomb for 5,000 gold, or I think a little more than 5,000 gold at this point feels worth it. And I'm actually going to buy you out. And, ooh, and we have a Yang Turkey floor with a pretty easily accessible altar. So actually, rather than turning these guys into health, we're just going to turn them into a bunch of favor. And we can sacrifice this guy, so we can get a Kapala on this floor. Because 4 guys is worth 1... Crap. A turkey plus a caveman. 3 turkeys plus a caveman. Oh, hold on. Maybe turkeys are worth less than I thought. No, because we've only sacrificed 2 of the turkeys. This should be just exactly enough to get us a Kapala. Between the cat here and the turkeys. It's a little dangerous. But we should be fine. Yes. Okay, so first things first, what is our item? Some glasses, some goggles. Doesn't matter, it does exactly the same thing as the Ujat Eye. And the Kapala. Nice. So, good run so far. Thing that would make me feel really good about this run would be a cape. Honestly, like a cape and paste. And then, like, it's just going to be a matter of getting bombs and stuff. Bombs and ropes. And then, this has the makings of a very, very solid Spelunky run. Obviously, anything can go wrong. We can always get Spelunkied. Or I can make a stupid mistake. Honestly, so far, one thing I'm pretty proud of with these weeklies these dailies that we've done so far is that we have not once been really Spelunkied. Basically, every death has either been we won our first run, and then every other death has been just my own fault. Which I think one of like the skills you develop as a Spelunky player as you play a lot of this game is just getting really good at like foreseeing the results of your actions, and avoiding getting, like, completely decimated by Spelunky's weird game mechanics. And, oh my god. Yo, okay. I believe you can bomb a jetpack out of the ground without blowing up the jetpack, I think. Yes. Holy shit, guys. Okay. This run is really good now. This run is really good now. Jetpack is, like we talked about before, there's some risk associated with it now because it can get blown up. But at this point in the game, it's basically just pure value. It is just, like, the single best item in the game. It gives you, like, pretty much perfect mobility. Yeah, it's nuts. It's really good. So, this one has a real chance if we don't get Spelunkied or die of a stupid mistake this time. This run has a real chance of making it, I would say, up to Sunken City. Technically, with like this setup, with the jetpack and the climbing gloves and the jump boots, whatever they're called, it's actually really pretty simple to skip the chain. So we could potentially get up to Sunken City without needing to do all of the silly like the requirements that you're required to do to get up there. But generally I'd say, like, I like to do the chain because it's fun. It's a little safer too. Like, I'm not too good at Qilin skip, so we're gonna go for Qilin as usual. And we will keep doing Moon Challenge just because it's worth a lot of gold usually, even if we don't take the bow, which we won't because we're not going to try to do Cosmic Ocean, like I keep saying. We're just going for Hoondoon right now. And we want to prioritize just getting gems here. Just money. We care about money. Ropes. Okay, yeah, like I said, the one thing we need is just paste. We just need paste. Give me paste and I will feel very happy. I will be a happy camper. Probably not going to get all the way over there. Might be able to get to this emerald. Oh, yes. Not quite. But more than good enough. We well made back our money. I think we went into this floor with just over 20,000. And look at us now. And Moon Challenge can't spawn on the same floor as, just checking the recording quick. Can't spawn on the same floor as the black market. So, so yeah, that's really nice. It means that we're guaranteed basically a whole other floor's worth of, value. I hate the monkeys, man. Monkeys are super dangerous because, like I said, sometimes they steal a bomb from you. And like a live bomb. So sometimes they just, like, pull a bomb out of you and kill you. Which is not great. But thankfully they haven't done that so far. We did get the sister on this floor. Crap. 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 Let me out. So yeah, good floor, good floor. Oh, we have a black market on this floor. We do need to be careful. These dark floors are really dangerous. You get to see one of the weirdest mechanics in the game, which is this like leaf thing. Almost never relevant. It can be. It's one of the only areas where like the power pack is useful. The power pack lets you like make your whip burn stuff that it hits. So if you have a power pack, it oh, is this the black market? No, okay. I was gonna say, do we get like free access? We do not. The power pack is one of the only items that like just lets you use the fire mechanics for free. Let's take our torch with us. Let's not be silly. That can be pretty useful in the jungle just for opening up new areas, but over here? Yeah, over there-ish. It's right there, okay. This is what I said the other day. Not uncommon to waste a bomb trying to get into the black market. As for money, definitely we're doing okay. I'm willing to use a rope to make this a little safer. Oops. Rope actually made it, like, objectively more dangerous. Okay. That was a lot of health for no reason, but honestly, the extra gold here is going to be very valuable, especially if we have access to stuff like bomb boxes here. So, I feel okay about that damage. As okay as you can feel about taking, like, 3 hits for basically no reason in Spelunky. And the black market tends to have plenty of gold on it for you to pick up, so should be able to get whatever we want here. Hedge it, we need, obviously, that's why we're here. The question is, so another jetpack here, but thankfully we already have one. I will hold on to the jetpack. There's an argument sometimes for, because the jetpack has some risk associated with it and can just like insta-kill you if you get hit by fire or electricity. There's an argument for actually switching to cape here. I tend to prefer the jetpack, so I'm comfortable just sticking with the jetpack. And we have paste and a bomb box. Oh boy, okay. Yeah, this run's good. This is a good run. I'll even buy some ropes. And let's save the rest of our gold just in case we find ourselves later on. No, let's have some fun. Let's buy that, mystery gift over here. This mystery box. See what it gives us. This is just a random item. It's a pitcher's mitt, which is okay. I don't think that fucks up Onk Skip. Yeah, the Onk Skip I do should not be affected by that. So yeah, that's just all benefit. That's just pure value. The pitcher's mitt makes it so you throw anything you throw with like a straight trajectory rather than like as opposed to like a parabolic arc, which is generally pretty good. I find that like there's some cases where it actually is worse. It's one of the more like lateral items in the game where it's like not really strictly better or worse than the default. It's just kind of different. I tend to think it's like a slight upgrade, but it's not great. Okay. But if given it for free, I'll tend to pick it up. It means we also throw our bombs straight, too, which, like, there's some cases where you want to be able to, like, lob a bomb over a wall, which you cannot do with the pitcher's mitt because it just goes in a straight line. But more often than not, it's, like, the accuracy is nice. So I'm not complaining. Knock that guy down. Knock you down. I don't think it changes the way that this item works. The boomerang. No. Yeah. Okay. And yeah, this floor we already got all the sisters, so we're gonna get another bomb box on Olmec. Our goal at this point is just gonna be to get out of here without getting killed stupidly. We've extracted basically all the value you can expect to extract out of the jungle, which is nice. Probably the best one of these runs has gone up to this point. We're whipping this guy just to get some blood. We're taking his blood. And honestly, like, I hate navigating these little spike jumps with this setup. With the boots and the gloves, so let's just not deal with it. Let's just skip it. A lot of Spelunky is also knowing, like, when do I choose to not engage with a challenge using my bombs, and when do I choose to, like, risk it to save my resources. I feel like a very common mistake people will make is just, like, being way too withholding with their bombs and ropes, and just getting killed by stuff that they could have easily just went around. Definitely, when you're doing Cosmic Ocean, you want to save as much as possible. But that was almost killed me. I hate when there's a skeleton right here in front of Olmec, because they can very easily be, they are sometimes like a real living skeleton that will bump up and then hit you and cause you to die. Holy shit, okay, we have tons of bombs. We got Pace, we got Kapala. Yeah, we're chilling. We're chilling. I don't know. It's nothing. I realize that it's nothing, and I'm sorry. Yeah, let's just do a safe Olmec. Do like a super safe Olmec. This is not normally how I do Olmec, but I guess this is safer. I'm just a little worried about getting stuck to the side of him with the climbing gloves. That can be really scary, so this prevents that a little bit. Yeah, and now we get to do pretty typical Olmec strats here. This is like one of the easiest setups you could have for the second phase of Olmec. Man, I'm struggling a little bit with the Olmecs on these runs. Oh, he hit himself and killed me. Okay. That sucked. Yeah, so Olmec second phase can be dangerous. If you let yourself get into situations like that, which is one of the reasons that I tend to try to play it really, really quick. It's honestly been so long since I didn't just, like, one-cycle him that I was not accounting for that risk. That sucks. That run was really good. How long was that? Do we throw in a bonus on this one? 24 minutes? Okay, let's trick the viewers by doing just a regular run on top of it. and make it look like, oh wow, Ellie's run was like an hour, but actually we completely fucked ourselves on the daily. Who are we gonna play as? We completely fucked ourselves on the daily, and so we're just gonna do a bonus run. Who are we gonna play as? Who shall we play as? Let's play as Aaron. But yeah, that was an unfortunate one. I really could have easily seen that one easily getting up to and beating Hoondoon. But sometimes Spelunky will Spelunky. I would put that. I guess this is the other thing about not getting Spelunkied as often as like when you're a better Spelunky player. I don't call as many things getting Spelunkied. I think a lot of people would be like, that was Spelunky bullshit. And I died for no reason. But I've played enough that I'm like, I could have foreseen that happening, and that's entirely on me for not just like getting out of the way. It is what it is. The other thing is that you get less attached to runs like that, where it's like, okay, yeah, moving on. just a average Spelunky run, basically. Jared is here. Jared's wrapped up in a blanket. What are you doing, Jared?
I'm gonna play some Fire Emblem, I think.
You're gonna play some Fire Emblem.
Yep.
You're starting a new run?
I think so.
Ooh, nice. But yeah, let's just have a little fun little extra run. The question here, I guess, is like, do we go for Hoondoon? I feel like it's so boring just to go for Tiamat. I don't care to just go for Tiamat at this stage of my life. So we'll go for Hoondoon here. If things are going badly, we might just pivot and say, fuck it, let's just do Tiamat. That would certainly be faster. But I do kind of like the idea of this video being like an hour and people being like, holy shit. And then it's like, it's nothing. Is bomb here worth it? Yeah, probably. We got extra bombs already, so... I don't know. One thing also with Spelunky, I think that you learn as, like, a player as you improve. First of all, like, one thing is that health comes and goes in Spelunky. Another thing you learn is that every individual health point is not as valuable as you think it is. Yes, climbing gloves, thank you. Just because there's so many things in the game that will insta-kill you. And, there's so many powerful ways as you get better at the game to, like, generate a lot of health as you get better at it. Taking, like, individual hits... Oh, that could have easily killed me. I was not paying attention. Taking individual hits of damage matters way less than you think it does. Because at first, Spelunky feels very withholding of health when you're a new player. Because you can get 1 health per floor, and it's not always easy to do that. It's very easy as a new player to take, like, much more damage. There's a bunch of stuff that deals multiple hits of damage. You only start with 4 HP. So it's like you get hit by a tiki trap twice and you're dead. Or you get hit by 2 arrows and you're dead. Or you bump into 2 spiders and then get hit by an arrow and you're dead. And we need the key. So it feels like health is really valuable and the game is really, really withholding of it. But as you get better at the game, you realize that the really dangerous things tend to be things that, like, will insta-kill you. Or situations that, like, you fall into a little hole next to a tiki trap and it'll kill you no matter what health you have because you're just getting, like, infinitely stun-locked by it. It's stuff like that. So I tend to think, like, a bomb might actually be way, way, way more valuable than a single health, but maybe based on how I'm playing today, that's not true. So I don't mind spending a bomb on a cat. Although, like we saw up there, it's not always worth it, because we did take more damage than we gained back in health to get the cat. So it was pretty much functionally just worthless. Which is just another reality of life in Spelunky. Sometimes you take a risk, and the risk backfires and kills you, or just costs more than it was worth. And you kind of just accept that, like, your value judgments will not always be correct. This should be safe. Yeah. We can get that tiki trap, or that tiki trap? We can get that idol down there. The way you do these ones are you break open the side and you... Yeah, you just need to be careful not to whip the idol, because if you whip the idol out of place, the pillar will fall on you. But yeah, let me get this dog. I'm probably going to play this one a little more loose, just because... I don't know, I feel like there's less to prove now. That was another very humiliating loss, which is, you know, that's kind of the name of the game. I did see that turkey up there, and I figured that Yang was here, and he needs to be here, because he will always spawn on the first set of levels, and he hadn't spawned yet, and he won't spawn on coolback, so... but definitely not going to go for Yang here, because the turkeys are in some very inopportune positions, so... Let's just move on. Anyway, how are you guys? I feel like, one of the more difficult things about these solo videos is that, I don't know how to do anything but, like, talk about the game. There's, like... I don't know how people banter with themselves on, like, solo Let's Plays. Because there's plenty of good solo Let's Players who are, like, capable of talking about, like, other stuff. And I would say, like, one of my biggest pieces of advice for, like, someone who's getting into YouTube and, like, as, like, a Let's Player and wants to, like, attract viewers. You know what? Fuck it. Here's how we're gonna make this one weird. Let's go Volcana Temple. Let's be freaks. Let's do the opposite of what I would normally do. But yeah, one of the things that I think it's kind of important to do as a new YouTuber is, like, one of the mistakes I definitely have seen, like, lots of new Let's Players fall into is, like, don't just talk about the game you're playing, especially if you're just, like, playing through, like, kind of a traditional, like, level or story-based game. The worst Let's Players in the world are the people who are just, like, let's go talk to this guy, and then, oh, I'm gonna jump over this gap, and look at this, oh, it's a potion, I'm gonna equip the potion, and haha, maybe I'll use that later. Anyway, so we gotta talk to this character and do this and that, and are just, like, describing, like, a walkthrough everything that they're doing in the game, and it's just, like, the most, like, banal, boring thing you could possibly imagine. Because at that point, I'd rather just be, like, watching... I'd rather just be watching, like, commentary-less, like, a long play of that game. Like, you're bringing nothing to the table by just describing what you're doing in the game. And I think the exception can be, like, a game like Spelunky, where, like, you're constantly making decisions, and, there's, like, an element of strategy. So it can be interesting to hear people describe what they're doing. But, like, the types of games that we play normally on Game Pending are, like, if I was watching a Let's Play of Sonic Adventure 2, and all they were doing was, like, talking about the gameplay of Sonic Adventure 2, or, like, describing what they were doing, I would not make it through one episode. Unless they were really interesting or knew a lot about the game. Like, there's some Let's Players that, like, are very knowledgeable about the games they play, and put in a lot of effort to, like, describing the game in detail, and that can be fun, that can be fine, but most people are not that for the games that they play, so it just ends up being, like, really boring. I think that's one of the reasons that, like, I would highly recommend if you want to get into doing Let's Plays is, like, unless you are the most interesting person in the world and are completely capable of, like, carrying, I need dog. Give dog. Fuck you. And you're, like, completely capable of carrying, like, one-sided conversations, I would not recommend trying to do a Let's Play channel like Game Pending without, a partner. Like, 99% of people will just not be able to make it interesting. It personally is what I believe. Which isn't me saying, like, most people are boring, it's just, like, this, like, sort of solo commentary thing is really unnatural and difficult. And, like, I don't know. It's really easy to run out of stuff to say, and it's really hard to like express yourself in an interesting way. Let's also sacrifice that rock dog over here. It can be really hard to express yourself in an interesting way when you don't have someone else to bounce off of. Especially, like, it should be someone you already have, like, a rapport with. Like, someone that you can already, like, you know that you can bounce off of each other in, like, a way that's fun or interesting. You know, I've been talking with Al for years and years and years at this point. And, like, the way that we interact on Game Pending, it's obviously, like, a little different than the way we talk day to day. Like, we're more, like, obviously we're, like, on when we're recording Game Pending. You know, we're trying to be funny, and we're trying to, like, fill the silence, and we're trying to be interesting to some extent. But it's also just, like, an exaggerated version of the way that we normally interact with each other. I don't really talk to myself that often, though. Let's also try to sacrifice this guy. I don't talk to myself that often, and I certainly don't have, like... You're gonna let this kill you, I bet. You suck, man. You suck so much. Okay, we gotta go. Woo! Spicy, spicy, spicy. So yeah, I don't know. Like, you can't really just be yourself for a solo Let's Play, I feel like, because most people are not, like, funny or entertaining or interesting, when you just, like, put them on stage alone and say, like, talk while you play a game, and it's like, okay. I don't know, and also, like, a lot of people just aren't funny. Like, I don't know, a lot of people can be funny and entertaining when they're interacting with others. Not many people are, like, capable of doing, like, a one-man show. So, like, I don't know. If you're trying to be funny, obviously not every Let's Play is about, like, doing a little comedy act. Game Pending has become that, for sure. Game Pending is... I would say Game Pending is a comedy show, but, yeah, I don't know. It's about finding your voice and stuff. I'm not saying don't do, like, a solo Let's Play, but it's definitely harder to make interesting. And I do stand by, I think my biggest piece of advice is just, like, for the love of God, find anything to talk about that isn't just the game. That has been my biggest failing. Oh, this thing is gonna... We need to go up and around, because otherwise this thing would break into the shop down there. Oh, it would actually kill her. It would actually kill, what's-her-face here, which is really funny. Not worth it. I'm pretty sure she'd get angry at me and show up later in the run, so let's not. But yeah, that's my thoughts on Let's Playing. I know we've already... I think I'm just rehashing stuff we've already discussed on Game Pending in the past. But I stand by it. I don't know. My other bit of advice with, like, getting into Let's Playing is that, you know, think carefully before you do, I guess. I guess there's no downside to starting and failing. So, like, feel free to do it, but also, like, just know that you need to be self-motivated. This is something else we've talked about before, but, like, you are not going to be successful as a Let's Player in 99.999% of cases if... Wow, that Matic died instantly. If your metric for success is basically, like, getting a lot of subscribers or viewers or whatever, you are not going to cut it. You're not going to reach whatever, like, goal you set for yourself. Unless that... Even if that goal is really low... Game Pending has been going on for, like, over a year now, decently over a year at this point, and we have, like, 218 subscribers right now, which is, like, fine. Lol. Which is, like, fine, but also, you know, we record videos constantly. We put out, like, on average, over one video a day. We have a very consistent schedule. We stream regularly, we try new stuff, and I think we're doing pretty well. Like, our, you know, I think we have decently high standards for, like, a little Let's Play channel like ourselves. It's just hard to get off the ground. And so you need to, like, enjoy making videos for the sake of making videos in order to, like, cut it. Because otherwise you're going to make videos for a couple of weeks. You're going to be like, why do I have 8 subscribers and no comments? And then you're going to give up. So you need to just learn to, like, enjoy the process of making videos, like, for its own sake. Whether that be, like, I love making things that, like, are good and that I'm proud of, or it's just, like, kind of fun. For us, for a long time, it was, like, game pending was fun to do as, like, kind of a bit. And eventually, for me at least, that blossomed into, like, I really enjoy making thumbnails, and I enjoy, just, like, the craft of making videos. So you need to find some joy in it beyond just, like, looking for success. Which I'm sure most people know, but, it's true of a lot of things, too. More than just Let's Playing, but it's definitely something I felt on YouTube, because it's, like, just impossible to get noticed on this website. Anyway, on that note, that's the end of this Spelunky video. Really, really pitiful runs all around. That second one, that bonus one we did, had the potential to be something, and then I died for basically no reason. And we're really, really low on the leaderboard, so it gets worse every day. I'm going to try doing these through Sunday, so we're going to have 3 more of these over the next few days. And for the love of God, at this point in time, I just want to see Sunken City is all I want. Very, very simple desire is just to see the Sunken City. So, join me next time on another episode of Ellie claims that she can reliably get to Hoondoon and then dies within the first 10 levels of the game. Goodbye!